all we got to. Don't start none, won't be none. No reason for your mans to panic. You don't want to see no ambulances. That's the way you get. Let the music diffuse all attention. Ball or convention, free admission. Can move swift, girls get close. All my just coming homies, parolees. Get money, leave the beef alone slowly. Get out my face, you people so phony. Pull out my waist and I made you look. You to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, your time's up. With them down. I made you look. You to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, your time's up. With them down. See, running. Yo, my mood is real rude. Show you what mobsters don't box my obliges. Every invitation of like Pun said, you ain't even in me class. Made batch bins, backseat, TV plasma. Ladies looking for athletes or rappers. Whatever you choose, whatever you do, make sure he a thug and intelligent too, like a real thoroughbred is. Show me love, let me. Females who's the is always the. And I like a little sassiness, a lot of class. Mommy reaching your bag. I'm a leader at last. This a dawn you with.
Ones that hate me the most look just like me. You tell me what that means. Make a slick comment and see what that brings. I seen it go down, we can reenact things. Extreme like BMXing. These boys.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Joining me tonight, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. I'm Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
Oh, stolen by Harden. Pass to Bembry. Out to the wing. Left side Mills. Griffin with it. Covered by Jordan. And he gets it to go. Already some surprises in the new year, Smitty, including a couple breakout teams.
I love to see that, B.A. More competition just adds more excitement. One of the premier above-the-rim players in the game, DeAndre Jordan, doing what he does best.
And Griffin gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
The power of LeBron. Even if you tried to give the hard foul, he'll go right through you.
That free throw good from James.
And the longevity of LeBron's greatness is unprecedented. The oldest starter in the league last season and still producing at an MVP level.
Now here's Harden. His last outing he had 20. With a step back. Misses off the left iron.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Bradley. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. And what's incredible for LeBron is not just how good he is at his age, but the mileage on his body, Grant.
So true, B.A. I mean, just 3 players in NBA history have exceeded 60,000 minutes played, including the playoffs. That's Kareem, Karl Malone, and the one and only LeBron James.
Back to Westbrook. Off the mark there with a 3.
After 4 straight makes, couldn't quite get that one to go down. Still a terrific start.
And Davis with the block. Now here is James. Last game with 30. That's tipped. Inside. And that one's good. Davis.
Timeout.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Timeout called. Brooklyn. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. They usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
So the Nets making a switch here.
With the Brooklyn Nets team. Make some noise, fans.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Up top, Harden. Taking command on offense when they need him. Putting up 21 a game. On the wing, Bradley. Shoots over Durant. They grab their own miss. Pass to James. Three-pointer. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Brooklyn trailing. Outside Harden. Over Jordan. And again, it's the Nets missing. Now Los Angeles with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. They get the rebound. Out to James. From behind the arc. The rebound by the Nets. Pass to Durant. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
From the mid-range, it's like a lay-in for KD. Easy money.
And he comes up with a bucket.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Harden. Oh, Westbrook with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
Now here's Westbrook. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Harden. Trailing by 8.
You really get it all with Russell Westbrook. His versatility as a player is truly exceptional. That's what allows him to crank out triple-doubles one after another.
Now James. 5 points in the game. Soft touch off the glass. James has got 7 points.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
LaMarcus Aldridge putting pressure on this defense, getting into the seams and making plays. And what's amazing to me, how little James has lost athletically.
Back to Harden. Shoots over Westbrook. Durant for 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 12 feet. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down. To the paint. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break up 12. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More NBA on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, their willingness to attack the basket so far has been great. They're penetrating, finding the holes in the defense, and scoring from close range.
Something else I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint and scoring inside.
Harden into the lane. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Harden just loves scoring through contact. He seeks it out while trying to get fouls on his shooting attempts.
Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. When speaking about LeBron James, Commissioner Adam Silver said he's certainly one of the league's hardest workers, which has as much to do with the success of his career as anything else. Also, off the court, it's incredible what he's done. He is a marvel in so many ways, but it all comes back to his focus and his dedication.
Thanks, Allie. To the left wing. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Here's Harden. And down it goes. 2 points. Harden's got 4 points this quarter. And Grant, you were named co-rookie of the year alongside Jason Kidd back in '95. Something that's only happened 3 times in NBA history.
Yeah, I'm still bitter about that. I was robbed. Jason knows that. Everyone knows that. Nah, Jason and I, we are good friends. We joke about this all the time, but it was really an honor to share this award with someone of his caliber. Really one of the true greats to ever play in the NBA. But I was still robbed.
The defense keeping its attention on LeBron. He hits the roller in stride.
Here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And it's Harden penetrating. Howard grabs the miss.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
To the middle. And that one's good. Davis. Davis has got 10 points in the game.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Pass to Bradley. Ooh, excellent D there from Mills.
Well, it's been 8 years since LeBron won his 4th MVP trophy. A player who's regarded as the best of his generation. Hard to argue he shouldn't have more.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And LeBron has admitted some irritation with the MVP voting in the past.
Yes, B.A. He's come in second in the vote 4 times. That's tied with Jerry West and Larry Bird for the most in NBA history. This is a guy accustomed to deciding outcomes. This one is out of his hands.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Pass to Anthony. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Durant draws the double. Now Harden launches a 3. He buries it from 3. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Anthony outside. Offensive board. Pass to James. From deep. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Aldridge with it. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Howard up top. Three-pointer, Anthony. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
They're shooting the 3 extremely well this quarter. Be fun to see if they can keep it up.
Pass to Durant. .43 seconds left in the second quarter. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Anthony Davis.
And KD always in the debate over who's the top dog in this league.
And what's interesting is he doesn't really want any part of that discussion. He said, one thing I told myself, don't worry about who people say is the best player. Blocking out distractions is key to achieving greatness.
Outside Durant. Driving to the basket. Lays it up and banks it in. Durant's got 7 points for the quarter.
Now we're starting to see him deliver on offense. He's really found his tempo here in the second quarter.
For three, James. And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Mills. And so it's Los Angeles. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And here's Carter. To the inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. For three, Westbrook. Out to James. The three ball. And he can't get that one. Here's Thomas. Now quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points of the game. Here's Carter. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Lets it go from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Bradley's got 6.
It's empowering to play with LeBron because if you get open, he will find you.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, you want to talk about a super team. Last season, the Brooklyn Nets became the only team in NBA history to boast 6 players who'd made it all NBA over their career. Guys, the roster has changed just a bit, but make no mistake, this team remains loaded in a way we don't see too often.
No question, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Brooklyn Nets. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Brooklyn Nets.
A difficult situation for Brooklyn. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Drives to the hoop. The kick to Durant. Fires it. Rebound by the Lakers.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass. And Russell Westbrook on the move once again. This time to the Lakers. Now, what's interesting, I mean, he played so long for the OKC Thunder, and now on his 4th team in the past 4 years. But still, you can't deny the impact when he's on the floor. It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Unloads from 13. The shot no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Fires from the wing. Bradley misses.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
The Lakers on D.
Anthony Davis.
They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. The three, Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And James launches it from deep. The offensive rebound. Here's Bradley. And they'll get another chance. Beyond the arc. The Lakers with the rebound. The three, James. And he lobs it up top. On the wing, Bradley. Fires the three. Griffin pulls down the board.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
On the wing, Harden. Ooh, rejected by Jordan.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority. This is what we talk about, value in each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
1:11 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Left side, Durant. Driving in. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Moving so fast toward the rim, KD rips through the lane with a lot of tenacity.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Bradley. Back to Horton Tucker. 6 on the shot clock. 4-3. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul.
Kevin Durant.
That's his first foul.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over the back call.
This is why we talk about carving out position rather than trying to sneak in. You've got to be willing to put in the work.
4 seconds left.
Beautiful defense by Durant, one of the biggest improvements since he's joined the Warriors.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the Lakers get it back. Fires from deep. Pass to Horton Tucker. The three is up. Kevin Durant pulls it in. With the drive. And here's Griffin. Three-pointer, Harden. Gets the three ball to go. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers ahead, leading by 17. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So it's the Lakers now. 22 was their biggest lead. It's off to Detroit after this game, where they will face the Pistons.
Shooting while in rhythm. Westbrook understands his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
Harden drives in. Ooh, rejected by Jordan. Right side, Durant. Pass to Bembry. Clock at 6. Tries again. And the play by Durant as he finishes it off for 2 more.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Well, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Bazemore.
Kent Bazemore.
And the shot's good. Bazemore's gotten his first bucket of the night.
If you watch Bazemore over the years, you know that his game is about grit and effort.
Outside Durant. Pass to Mills. Pulls it from the top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, Grant, it seems like each year play in the NBA becomes a little more wide open and a little less physical.
Yeah, it's definitely changed, BA, what you look for in a player today. Now, if you're overly aggressive, you always will be in foul trouble and of little use to your team. So being able to control your aggression is how you survive in today's game.
Back to Griffin. Pass to Durant. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
3-pointer Anthony. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Pass to Monk. From downtown. And Anthony hits from deep.
3.
Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Last 2 minutes to play.
3-pointer. And the 3-pointer goes. Anthony's got 12 points in just the second half.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
The 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
That's his 3rd personal.
The NBA has a major presence in Africa now, and you were a big part of making that happen, Grant.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. And to work with the NBA and strategic investors over on the continent in Africa, it's not just a great investment, but you're also doing the right thing, spreading the game, sharing the game, and giving people on the continent the joy that basketball brings to everyone.
3-pointer Anthony. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Lets the 3 fly. The shot off that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And, of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
3-pointer Anthony drops in the 3.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And that one drops.
Nothing went right on that offensive possession except the result.
Westbrook outside. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, and Greg.
读玩来往，从来不受任何限制。后卫禁区里接触只能通过电视，我拉着黑的 A， 甩着我的辫子，在我面前摆拍摄影机，炫耀我的珠宝，把裤子拉得低。故事里散发的份儿，你看我的哪里，哪里就有。I don't know. My loss is head. Try to run, try to fly, try to flow. Channels on top of the dress. Baby, you down to play stuff. Gotta watch how you address us. Playing no games, no dress up. I got an idea. Let's wild night in my hood, y'all getting right here. Academy Award nominated before me, yeah. Let straight before me in this, yeah. As a minor law talking to the false ordinance, yeah. Rabbit's cold, I suppose. Maybe that's what life is. Hey man, you, ease up, ooh yeah, please up, who cares, who there, do what, wake up. We want heads up, hey you, system, hey you, they too, yeah you, do you bad, do the dance, do the ball, get low, not need, boy please, what up, you next, two go, who's that, ring, your number, bang, talk it up, who vote. Rabbit's cold, I suppose.
See, no, from the north, it ain't Santa Claus. Brought my gifts to Atlanta, I'm Atlanta Claus. We getting to the bread, trying to keep it low. But it ain't working, my circle on fire like a circus now. Around the same I've been around, so of course I endorse my from the north side. It's a steam team, got poor side. Get it to do it. Poor side, gotta voice my opinion on the when you are bad.
Oh, bro, that groovy. Hey.
Pull strings like a guitar, G-star jeans on my sneakers. I'm a real soulful, color green inside your speakers. Ferguson days on Castro, wasn't no cash flow, but I'm good for the arts, I'm Dr. Shows. I'm good for your heart, let me snatch your soul.
Yeah, hey, look at what you're doing for the cash in the day. Right across your head like it's Ash Wednesday. You got two. Just get off your like your is fake. You can't sit. And when siblings that I can't relate. Today, I'm A6. I got it jumping like Pompeii. I don't need nothing but one take. I'm from the part of the city where you keep them like 1+8. A politician.
The Bulls play before the hometown crowd. And we've got it live for you right here from Chicago. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls in their last game, a loss to Orlando. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Back to Vucevic. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Outside, Levine. Pass to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. For those teams, Greg, that had head coaching changes, how long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
We know this about Nikola Vucevic. He's a high percentage finisher. To me, the next steps, right? Improve your defense, be more consistent with range. And if he does that, he's golden.
Now, here is Harden. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Pass to DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Ball with it. And the layup falls.
And Ball showing some killer instinct there. A solid athlete who knows how to score through contact.
Now here's Levine. Pulls up. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
Chicago foul.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Team foul.
In a key part, Doris, of Harden's game lately, his rebounding.
Right, because his ability to rake and take, get out in transition, make great decisions on the fly, it puts so much pressure on the defense.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, passing windows open up for Zach Levine.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Harden. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Pass to Aldridge. Durant in the corner. And here is Aldridge. In the corner, it's Griffin. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Chicago ball.
Chicago leading. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Vucevic. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Down low. Shot clock at 5. They get the rebound. The second chance effort. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
2 minutes remaining.
And look at how well Aldridge utilizes his size, reaching out and just batting away the shot. And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
DeRozan with the assist.
1:43 left in the first quarter. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
2 on the clock. For 3, Durant. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Levine. Here's Bradley. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, just staying alert. Great setup that time by Levine.
59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Bulls foul.
And there is the whistle. It goes on Kobe White.
That's his first
foul.
Third team foul. Substitution for
Here is Durant. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
And what passing we've seen from this group already, too. They could put up a big number in the assist column by the end of this one.
Pass to Jones. Driving to the basket.
That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And Harden with such a high usage rate, Doris, it's incredible how efficient he is.
Guys, his percentages are fantastic for someone who has to take so many difficult shots. He's not at the finishing end of alley-oops, let's remember. This guy is not allowed clear lanes to the bucket. He gets the best defender night by night. This guy has to work for every look he gets.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond. And that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Right side, Thomas. At the top of the key, Millsap. Over Brown. Outside for Thomas. Outside, Edwards. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Goes back up. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Oh, dominant move by Aldridge on the glass. Just manhandling the defender and then finishes strong.
Right side, Ball. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
The Bulls leading by 3. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. One of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, a legit threat to finish it with authority.
Carter outside. Pulls it up. A nice shot by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 8. And Doris is a point guard running the show. When you look at options on the floor around you, your teammates, at what other position would you most like another big-time player?
You know, Kevin, I'm not sure I'm going to define it necessarily by shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or center. I think what I would say is it's always great to play with guys who have the ability to think the game quickly and at a high level, because those who can think it and combine that with skill are the most dangerous guys on the floor.
Back to Green. Pass to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little bit.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Nacional.
And so here is Chicago. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
Kobe White, you hate to see him settle. He's best when going at the rim. The defense wins if he takes that mid-range jumper.
And Greg, with Kobe White, he's a solid shooter, but teams have keyed in on him.
I just want to see him more in attack mode. He's a solid finisher when he gets in there, and it could take his game to the next level.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Taking it all the way. Harden with the flush there.
White looking around. And there's a minute 45 left in the second quarter. DeRozan, that's good. And the Bulls lead by 10.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, Kevin Durant has an ability to put the ball on the deck and finish off the drive. Prime example there.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. KD with the bucket. And it's 7 points for Kevin Durant.
James Harden.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Vucevic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Second team foul.
And Nikola Vucevic just quietly dominates. Capable of racking up a double-double on any night.
Yeah, it still feels like Vooch is a bit underrated. This guy can flat-out play on both ends. Capable scorer, improved defensively. You love what he brings to the table.
Pass to Caruso. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
So he gets them both.
And DeRozan, a free agent this past offseason, took his time to find the right fit in terms of who he would sign with, ultimately choosing Chicago in a big victory for the Bulls.
They get it again. Chicago leading by 12. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Bulls have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay. Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
You know, the determination that DeMar DeRozan plays with, it's sort of this steely, I'm going to get where I want to go, and don't sleep on his athleticism.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Bulls lead by 16. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Nets trail by 16. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Harden scanning the floor.
Love the fact that Ball can use his length to annoy shooters. Make sure whoever he's on doesn't get off a clean shot. Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
And he makes all 3.
I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. He says every memory he had growing up involved basketball. Skip prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
Assisted by...
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait.
Now, the length is a problem, right? Kevin Durant on the drive, hard to stop. There's a chemistry that Vucevic has with his guys, the alley and the oop.
And Durant grew up in a tough environment. We all know that. Basketball, Greg, was the only way out.
As it has been for so many NBA players, you feel bad for guys with great talent who get derailed along the way. It takes so much hard work and discipline and luck just to have a chance at making it.
It's Durant on the wing. 14 points for him. Aldridge trying to break free, and he stays with it. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
And the jam by Harden.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And getting to the line better than anyone in the league. James Harden led the league in free throw attempts during 7 of his 8 seasons with Houston.
KD with the bucket. KD's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. To the inside. And Jones slams it in. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
James Harden.
Good.
And the D has to be more aware of Harden, especially when he's operating that close to the basket.
Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And the Bulls making a change here.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. There's Ball with the 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Aldridge. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Aldridge has got 12.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
And it's Vucevic missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he's surprised himself with the miss.
That's his first.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
And guys, we know that Kevin Durant, like most NBA players, has his off-the-floor pursuits away from the game. But the fact of the matter is, we know his priority is the game of basketball.
The Nets have been shooting right around 75% of the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. .132 left in the third. Drives to the hoop. Inside. Pass to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside, KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, you respect the jump shooting, so you close tight, and Kevin Durant gets off on the dribble drive.
Chicago calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Substitution for the Bulls. DeMar DeRozan. Zach LaVine.
So it's Chicago now. Outside, Ball. Back to DeRozan. Out to White. LaVine feeling it out a bit. This one for three. And again, Chicago. No good. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 7-point differential. Harden with it. Now defended by LaVine. Pass to Durant. 6 to shoot. Mills in the corner. Outside Griffin. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And the shot goes down.
The assist.
And now just a 5-point Chicago lead.
And guys, if you let Aldridge get inside with the ball, you've already lost. I mean, it's too big, too strong, too skilled.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. Out to the wing. And here's Mills from the arc. Right side, Griffin. Outside Durant. Lock at 6. That's tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Bulls ball.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Bulls out front, up by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Chicago leading by 5. Pass to DeRozan. Now White. Down low. Here's Vucevic.
Tonight you see why Vucevic was an all-star. Gifted scorer. Can carry an offense. This guy's got the whole package offensively.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Harden outside. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That's his 5th foul.
Oh, my. He really needs to be careful now. That was his 5th foul of the night.
Here is Harden. To the inside. Here's Aldridge. Vucevic with the block.
Well, the reach, the timing, Vucevic using all of that 7'4" wingspan to turn that shot away. Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Harden outside. From deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
Well, that basket's all about the handle of DeMar DeRozan. He's worked hard to be able to navigate space.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Lonzo Ball.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And Katie, here we go. Misses from close range.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
It's going to be on James Harden.
First team.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Yeah, they're taking care of business in the paint, too, getting valuable points down low there.
To the paint, and Ball with the block.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Harden with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Stolen by Levine. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Well, that's executing in alley-oop if ever I saw one. DeMar DeRozan, he loves these highlight reel plays.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Kevin, you tend to forget this about Levine. He's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
The Nets making a switch here.
Kevin Durant. Blake Griffin.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see what numbers he can put up as he gets ready to enter into his prime. What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Pass to Harden. Right wing. It's Durant on the wing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Now when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50% at the line. But credit to Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his 4th year in the league. And his three-point numbers, they've also improved greatly. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Just another way Aldridge beats you. As a facilitator, very comfortable making decisions.
And Vucevic throws it down.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Vucevic.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
There's an element to Nikola Vucevic's game that fits well with most of the league's modern offensive scheme.
And with his inside-out game, he's a guy that can stretch the floor. And, Kevin, when you look at today's NBA, nothing is more important than spacing and passing. And when Vucevic is on the court, you can be sure the spacing will be excellent.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Here is Harden.
Aldridge.
Knocked away. Pass to Jones. To the middle. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Now here's Thomas, guarded by Harden. Here's Jones. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretch.